Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sturlis, and welcome back to the Thaumaturge. Yeah. So today we're gonna finish the last bit of the prologue, which is literally basically 2 minutes, and yeah, have a look in the further goings of the game.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Oh dear. I think that poor guy has a long way to go then.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I hate this city. It always makes me think of the stench of vodka, sweat, and urine. Corruption, poverty, and trust me, no justice but street justice.
I'm sure something must have changed since you left.
But probably not for the better.
What about the people? Those close to you? You'll never miss them?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three petitions. Miners, steelworkers, governors, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
When people unite, empires fall.
The Daily Courier, the latest news. The Chief of Police of the City of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that, in connection with Their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the streets on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently near major thoroughfares to protest against thaumaturges and demand that His Majesty officially condemn thaumaturges as charlatans and a menace to humanity. Yesterday, near Rimaska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disturbed traffic, demanding that thaumaturgy be punished by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police unit dispatchers on the scene. See if we can find something interesting. Anti-thaumaturge leaflets. Citizens, beware of thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society. Let us protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let us get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that thaumaturge brains are burned off from thoughts that go against nature, hence they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Let us act now, before it's too late. Well, if something like that isn't type of science, in big quotes, we've seen used a lot of in the past as a way to discriminate against a lot of different kinds of people. Wanted notice. To all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of Aborici Nietzik, leader of the Chiefs Gang, recently seen near Wierzbowa Street. Description: hair blonde, eyes blue, face round, stature sizable. Distinctive marks: dark circles under his eyes, signifying exceptional anger. He is a thief and murderer, particularly active in the Wrocławski area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded. The Country Weekly Magazine. Change of Warsaw Governor General. Today, the Supreme Order of August 28th was announced. The Governor General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Makismovich, will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He will be replaced by his second in command, Adjutant General Skellon. The Warsaw Courier. Their Majesties have arrived. When this issue of the Courier is in your hands, the ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, the King of Poland and Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness Tsarina Alexandra Fyodorovna will arrive in our city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. On this long-awaited and joyous occasion, A city has taken up a festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery. The entire area that the royal procession will pass through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all of the kingdom. And with that vow of loyal allegiance, Polish hearts sent to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desire and lasting comfort. These arise from His Majesty's words, who declare on his grand manifesto that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs. Those gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland. And in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today, trusting their substantial needs will be recognized and ready for civic and public service. Revolutionary leaflets. Brothers, the 11th hour workday are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike, put down your tools and join the fight for our future. Menu. Kaselanskia restaurant menu. Borsch or broth, fruit soup. Pottage with crayfish, goose and jelly, young turkey, Romanian lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups, cucumber salad. Compote, cream with chocolate, pears a la Otero, cup of greenage, mocha black coffee, local lager, English porter, portion caviar and snacks. Okay, seems there's nothing more to be found in here. Act 1. The city that does not forget.
Why such a crowd?
A circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocateurs.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Poliaki. We want that rebel. The loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирают. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely. I'm going to take a look around.
Request from a girl in trouble. Wanda, whom I've met during the kettling incident, needs me to help her inconspicuously escape. Nothing else I can.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine?
Fuck off!
Workers' leader. The workers' leader is a charismatic man, which greatly moved the crowd. Will not keep quiet, even if it means ending up in a cell. Pistol bullets. Bullets that fell from under the woman's dress, scattered on the pavement. Small bullets carry big emotions. Hope, because they were meant to benefit the cause. Fear, which in these difficult times makes its way to even the hardiest of hearts. And determination, the companion of courage, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarments with care and precision, just like the previous times and the times before that. This is nothing new for the person who took the risk. Police barrier. A police barrier meant to help with keeping order during the rally. The seemingly ordinary barrier carries the memory of a hand whose firm grip represents the determination of the one who controls it. It was the gendarme commander who set up the barrier, carrying in his heart a desire to return to the warmth of his home. All he needed was a scapegoat. Okay, there seems nothing to be here. Let's talk to Wanda again, see if that helps.
Still haven't squealed on me?
I'm going to take a look around.
There's nothing to do here. Let's see at our points. I think I'll upgrade those and then also going for heart. See if that brings us anything.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gendarme readiness. Gendarmes are ready to pacify the crowd. They won't hesitate to arrest those who draw their attention. The manhunt at the station. The sergeant wants to call it a day and go home as fast as possible. A manhunt entails a lot of work that he'd rather avoid. With a little nudge, he might settle for taking in the agitators and letting the rest go. The workers' leader is perfect for the role.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
Yeah, that won't bring me anything. I think I'll go with this one.
Stateczno. Should we go in and capture the worker who's mouthing off and let us go?
Da, sierżant. We can use anyone as an example.
Szagom marsz!
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
I wanted to thank you at our next meeting. We could use someone like you.
We? Meaning the people you were carrying ammunition for and who got you Dutch pomade for your hair?
You haven't just got pretty eyes, you know how to use them. Maybe you'll find time one day for some jam donuts at Burke Rotblitz's?
Another meeting. Fearless Wanda, the smuggler of bullets, proposed a meeting at Burke Rotblitz. Wanda, the woman I met during the kettling incident, was smuggling bullets in the nooks and crannies of her undergarments. Clearly, it wasn't the first time she'd done that. Unfortunately, this time the garter didn't hold, and the bullets fell onto the pavement. Maybe fate will have us cross paths again, and we meet at Burke Roblitz for jam donuts. Though I have my doubts, it's actually jam donuts we received there. to read. Ball card. Carnival ball at the public casino. Before midnight. The Polonaise. Dorzanski. Waltz. Franzikiewicz. The Quadrille. Repzanski. The Mazurka. Gajewski. After midnight. The Cotillion. Popielek. The Lancers. Sosniecki. The Polka Franc. Mash. The White Mazurka. Aktiek. I am so sorry to all my Polish and Russian and generally Eastern European listeners. I am pretty sure that pronunciation was absolutely terrible. Ruvieski Cemetery. The rush of civilization, success, and accumulation of capital. Marble angels smile mockingly, watching everything from behind the cemetery gate.
Excuse me, may I? I need to get to a funeral.
He's a tempermancer. Don't let him through.
I'm asking you kindly, get out of my way before things get nasty.
Get that heretic with fire and sword.
Selecting yourself a salutor. You can preview both your and your salutor skills. This will help you plan your attack. Summoning another salutor. You can summon another salutor at any time. A green frame around the salutor's image means that they are exceptionally effective in a fight with the given enemy. Read the descriptions above the salutor to find out why they will be useful at that moment. So we already have the right salutor. traits. Enemies can have traits that make them immune to your attacks. Traits are related to different dimensions and they can be disabled. Disabling traits. To disable an enemy's trait, attack them with a character that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. Note that if you don't have the required dimension for it, you can take away all of the opponent's focus and launch a strong attack. Right.
So enchanting. Spectacular. You with a scowl and a puffed out chest, and them dropping like flies in the blink of an eye? Collapsing on their own, becoming delirious? Extraordinary. Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Would you care to give me an interview?
Thank you, but I'm already late.
Parish announcements. Saturday, 7 a.m. Votive service in honor of Our Lady of the Rosary. For the intention of the brothers and sisters of the confraternity of the Holy Rosary. 9 a.m. Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loreto, with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. Obituary notice. The late Francisek Hillmantel went to be with the Lord following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18, 1905, at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking our relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anna's Church on Kharkovsky Pretsmiersky on August 25 at 11 a.m., followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb at Provalsky Cemetery. A clock would have fit better there, because it's a 24-hour clock. Stanislaw obituary. Stanislaw Suitsky, widely respected citizen, Thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, father and husband, died suddenly on August 31 at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles Borromeo Church on Saturday, September 7th at 11 o'clock, to which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends, and acquaintances. Tomb. R.I.P. Marja Wisnowska, Polish state artist. B. December 23rd, 1961. D. July 1st, 1890. To my beloved daughter, a woeful mother. tomb. Healers John Jemielek, a dear friend. In 1891 he met his end. What he now lies deep inside. What he was, never you mind. Nice little poem. Also want to look here that I find anything I could read. This would further the quest. I would like to read everything first. Here, anything more? This tomb, graph, Friedrich Karl Nesselrode, 1786 to 1868. Seine Tochter Marie Mukhanov ruht bei ihm, 1822 to 1874. Kalagis. By the way, seine Tochter ruht bei ihm means his daughter rests with him. So it's a family grave. Okay, and there I can't go. No. Ran straight past where I needed to go.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
I'm curious myself. I haven't had a chance to find out.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
I knew you'd turn up.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well. Ligia said you found some quack healer.
Yes, thank you.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Voronian, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister. She's worried. We'll talk at home.
Sister?
Victor! I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but... For now, I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but... what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better, and definitely closer to the truth. The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 salutars. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother because she wanted something for herself in life. Ligia because she wasn't born a boy. Me because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now... Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
Have you been eavesdropping like that for long?
All my life. I came to pay my respects to the dead. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
I haven't had time to think about it.
I understand. I hope you'll find some reason to stay here a little longer. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Kanieczkin. Ivan Kanieczkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Tombstone. Josefina Czutska. Nehoedloe. Tombstone. Nikodem Sulski. So, I think I'll end this episode here. And next time we're gonna continue with going to the family home. And yeah, I'll see you then.